Hello, welcome back to Solve First, AI Second. This is episode 3. Is this a good problem for AI? My name is Azure Dorton. I'm an engineering leader at an enterprise scale organization. I'm also a mom, a wife, a pet mom, and I love helping people solve problems with technology. In episode 2, I asked you to identify a few areas of friction in your life or work. Maybe you chose something like writing emails, organizing information, planning an event, preparing for an interview, or managing a project. Today, we're going to answer an important question. How do you know if AI can actually help? Because here's the truth. Not every frustrating task becomes magically better with AI, and that's okay. When people start exploring AI, they often ask, what can AI do? And I found a better question is what part of this task is difficult? Let's dig in. Imagine you're planning a large family reunion. Is the difficult part of that planning choosing the date, coordinating schedules, finding the venue, communicating with everyone? These are all very different challenges. Before we think about AI, we need to understand what we're actually struggling with. One misconception I hear a lot is that AI will do the work for me. That's usually not how it works. AI often helps us with the parts of work that feel mentally heavy: the blank page, the information overload, the brainstorming, the organizing, the summarizing, the repetitive manual tasks. You still bring the judgment, you still bring the expertise, you still make the decisions. AI simply helps you get unstuck. Let's say you're preparing for a job interview. The problem isn't that you don't know yourself. The problem isn't that you don't have experience. The difficult parts might be organizing your thoughts, identifying your strongest examples, practicing answers out loud, building confidence. Those are areas where AI can be incredibly helpful, not because technology knows you better than you know yourself, but because it can help you to think through the challenge. I've created a sort of structure when it comes to AI technology. If the task involves thinking, writing, researching, organizing information, repetitive manual activities, generating ideas, or communicating clearly, AI is often worth exploring. If a task requires your personal values, your relationships, your leadership, or your final judgment, AI can support you, but it shouldn't replace you. Let me make sure I say that again. AI elevates people. It does not replace us. And that's an important distinction. I don't want you to leave this series thinking that I need AI for everything. I want you to leave this series thinking, I know an AI might be useful. That's a much more valuable skill. Technology will continue to change. There's new tools that appear every year. Understanding how to evaluate a problem, that skill will stay with you. Let's also remember these very important pieces about any technology, especially AI. We must use it responsibly and ethically. Not only our own personal values must come into play, but also societal norms are required. You can and should review responsible AI guidance when using any tooling so you can ensure you follow best guidance and ensure you do no harm to yourself or others. We are good stewards. Additionally, some of us may have other perspectives we want to take into consideration, such as reverence for nature's elements and consumption of water, which we prefer to preserve. Ensuring we choose the right technology for the job to be done helps us continue to be good stewards of the environment. Finally, AI will continue to become expensive. Choosing the right technology for the right job to be done helps us to stay in balance with our pocketbooks, our earth, and our human connection. These are all important. And we are capable of achieving these in balance if we are but intentional in our design to learn in increments. So let's go back to those 3 areas of friction you identified. Pick one, just one, and ask yourself, what part of this task feels mentally heavy? Is it organizing information? Is it starting from that blank page? Researching, communicating, making sense of a lot of information? If so, you've probably found a good candidate for AI. And in our next video, we're going to take that real world problem and sit down with an AI tool for the first time, not to learn AI, but to solve something that matters to you. Solve first, AI second. My name is Azure Dorton, and I'm so glad that we've joined together today. Thank you so much.